Hello everyone and welcome to my CSU channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Savannah Chrisley reveals being distant from parents since prison release. Chrisley Knows Best star Savannah Chrisley has worked tirelessly since 2022 to free her parents from prison. The couple was imprisoned in 2022 after being indicted by a federal grand jury for tax evasion and other financial crimes. They received a pardon from President Donald Trump in early 2025. They have been attempting to reintegrate into society and their family since. Savannah, who fought so hard to free her parents, recently admitted she has struggled since they came home. Keep reading to find out more. Savannah Chrisley carries an emotional burden. In 2022, Todd and Julie Chrisley, stars of Chrisley Knows Best, have been in prison since 2022 when they were indicted for tax evasion. Todd and Julie's daughter, Savannah, fought to free her parents from prison. She launched social media campaigns, lobbied lawmakers, and even the president. In early 2025, Savannah's efforts to free her parents paid off when her parents were issued a presidential pardon by President Donald Trump. The Chrisley family has had many emotional and mental health struggles during the time of Todd and Julie's incarceration. In addition to fighting for her parents' freedom, Savannah was responsible for raising her two youngest siblings. At the time of their parents' arrest, Chloe and Grayson were minors, so Savannah became their legal guardian. She was responsible for managing the legal issues of her parents' absence, supporting her younger siblings, and carrying a heavy emotional burden. Savannah Chrisley shares feelings towards her parents. Savannah Chrisley uses her podcast, Unlocked, to fight for her parents and share her journey of their imprisonment. She admitted that she often felt overwhelmed and alone. On her podcast, Chrisley revealed that she had no opportunity to rest or heal while her parents were gone. Savannah expressed that she had to constantly push forward without breaking down. Her responsibilities weighed heavily on her emotionally. In a new episode of Unlocked, Savannah Chrisley sat down with her parents and opened up about how she was feeling now that they are home. Savannah told her parents that she feels that there is a strange distance between her and them. She expressed her love for her parents, but said that something felt off since their return home. Savannah Chrisley shared that her mother, Julie, is showing signs of trauma since her release from prison. She said, however, that her father, Todd, was hiding his feelings about his experience. Chrisley explained that she felt disconnected from Todd and Julie. Todd expressed concerns that everyone had had a chance to rest except for Savannah, and he felt that was why she was still carrying such a heavy emotional burden. Todd Chrisley expressed that it has been hard to reintegrate as a family, and he understands his daughter's struggles. Savannah Chrisley is no stranger to the spotlight. The former Chrisley Knows Best star has been open about the struggles her family has faced since her parents, Todd and Julie Chrisley, reported to prison. But in a new and surprisingly emotional revelation, Savannah is pulling back the curtain on the lingering toll their incarceration has taken on her, and how it's changed the once tightly knit Chrisley family forever. "I love my parents," Savannah began in a candid interview on her Unlocked podcast. "But the truth is, we're distant now. Not because I want to be, not because they want to be, but because this situation has built invisible walls between us." It's a heartbreaking confession, considering how close the Chrisleys once were, a Southern clan known for their big personalities, over-the-top humor, and fierce loyalty to one another. But Savannah now finds herself in an unfamiliar position, the emotional anchor of a fractured family. Carrying the burden alone. Since Todd and Julie reported to prison in early 2023 to serve their respective sentences for tax fraud and conspiracy charges, Savannah, now 26, has taken on the full-time role of legal guardian to her younger brother, Grayson, and niece Chloe. "I didn't plan for this. I wasn't ready," Savannah admitted. "I've had to grow up overnight, And I think a piece of me resents that, not my parents, but the situation. Her days are now filled with school drop-offs, therapy appointments, cooking dinners, running errands, and managing the family's ongoing legal battles, all while trying to maintain her career and hold on to her identity. I'm living a 36-year-old's life, she said with a sad laugh. And the thing is, I can't just call mom or dad the way I used to. There's always a delay. The visits, the letters, it's all controlled. And that kind of communication doesn't leave space for the little things. The things that used to keep us so close. Letters in place of laughter. Savannah has made every effort to stay connected to her parents. Weekly phone calls, carefully scheduled prison visits, emotional letters back and forth. But she says none of it can truly substitute for the relationship they once shared. Sometimes I'll be sitting in the kitchen, and I'll just pick up the phone to call mom and ask about a recipe, she shared. Then I remember, I can't, and it hits me like a ton of bricks. Savannah described a recent moment that gutted her. Chloe had a school performance, and she wanted her papa to see her dance. She doesn't understand why he can't be there. I don't always have the right words to explain it. There are days, Savannah says, when she feels like her parents are slipping further away. It's not that we love each other any less, she clarified. It's that the rhythm of our relationship is off, and we haven't been able to get it back. A widening gap. The emotional chasm isn't just due to lack of access, it's also about growth. I've changed, Savannah admitted. Being responsible for Chloe and Grayson, making life decisions on my own, dealing with the media, I've had to harden in ways I didn't think I would. Savannah said she sometimes wonders how her parents would react to the woman she's become. Would they be proud? Would they understand her choices? I'm not the same girl who filmed reality TV in a makeup chair, worried about which heels to wear, she said. I'm someone else now, and I don't know if my parents fully know this version of me. It's an unsettling thought that while Savannah has been growing and evolving on the outside, Todd and Julie are stuck in a place where time seems to stand still. The silent sacrifice. Despite the distance, Savannah refuses to paint herself as a victim. My parents are the ones in prison, she said plainly. They wake up every day in a cell. I get to breathe free air. I get to tuck the kids in. I don't take that for granted. But even freedom has its own weight. There's guilt, Savannah confessed. Guilt that I can't do more, that I'm not visiting enough, that I'm not writing enough, that I'm happy sometimes, even though they're not here. She recalled a moment of pure joy, a beach day with Chloe and Grayson, where they all laughed until their sides hurt. It was beautiful, Savannah said. And then I cried that night because I knew mom and dad would have loved it. And they missed it. Again, no going back to before. Though Savannah still fights every day for her parents' release and firmly believes in their innocence, she's also begun to accept a painful reality. When Todd and Julie eventually come home, things still won't go back to the way they were. We'll never be the same family we were in 2019, she said. Too much has happened. We've all changed. But maybe that's not entirely a bad thing. Growth is messy, Savannah added. It's painful, but maybe it's also necessary. Finding peace in the distance. In her own way, Savannah is learning to find peace, even in the distance. I've stopped chasing perfection, she said. I've stopped trying to fix everything. I've started just being. She still writes her parents weekly. She still brings the kids to visit when she can. But she no longer measures her worth by how much she can hold together. I think, in a strange way, my parents and I are still deeply connected, she said. Just not in the same room, not in the same time zone, but in spirit, always. What's next for Savannah Chrisley? Savannah says she doesn't have all the answers, but she knows this. She'll keep showing up for the kids. She'll keep speaking out about her parents' case. And she'll keep rebuilding her life, even with the ache of absence in her heart. I miss them, she whispered near the end of the interview. Every single day, but I've stopped waiting for things to go back to the way they were. I'm learning how to love them from here.